So I'll give you quantifiable stuff that's like direct. Um,
Mm,
because when we first started working, I was in a ton of debt, was
mm,
miserable, had bad partnerships. I was trying to figure out a way out.
mm,
I was telling myself that I'm not a good salesperson. I'm not a good business owner. I'm not a good husband. I'm not a good dad to my kids, right?
mm,
Um, and then I ended up going on a new venture shortly after, our very first, I think, two or three sessions. Then we worked through it. And I ended up doing about 5 million in sales, which was about 100K in GCI. And I ended up pretty much, for the most part, pulling myself out of a lot of debt.
mm,
At the
mm,
same time, I freed up and I started becoming present when I was hanging out with my kids or I was,
mm,
dinner with my wife. Um,
mm,
so the money, obviously, I made a six-figure income very quickly in a totally new venture after quitting my marketing agency, essentially, and then kind of walking away after calling it a quits and figuring out how to walk away from a partnership that wasn't in alignment with where I was trying to go.
mm,
Then I started, becoming myself. I actually started stepping into being okay with not knowing everything, being everything to everyone,
mm,
without, with everything that I was kind of struggling with. I said, listen, I can control only the things that I can control. People started showing up in my life. I started attracting the right opportunities. I started attracting the right things, right? So it
mm,
was like this big, gigantic compounding effect, where I wasn't worried 24/7, 365, where I wasn't trying to chase the new shiny object to quote unquote help me fix that thing. I
mm.
wasn't doing those like crazy power routines and morning motivations and kumbaya. It was just like
Yeah.
I felt like, the weight was off my shoulders, doing my thing. I was in alignment. I was tapping into the infinite power in the universe.
Mhm.
Um, and I felt like you were there on the journey with me, whether it was just through the session or whether it was through like, quick message on Messenger,
Mhm.
or maybe it was just listening to some of your audios, or just knowing that I have another session to look forward to, in whatever time frame it was. I think it was like a week at the time.
Mm. Yeah.
So I was able to get in, put in the work, change my life, turn my life really around, pay off a couple hundred grand in debt, make a couple hundred grand in commissions at the same time, started getting rid of the baggage, shedding my skin, getting rid of the relationships that weren't in alignment and conducive to where I was trying to go.
Mm,
Importantly, started becoming present with my family and my friends, my kids,
mm,
uh, and like freaking being there. Like I was always physically there,
mm,
but I was mentally there. And my wife was like, well, "This is weird. I like it."
mm.
I'm like, "This is not even uncomfortable. Like this is how I feel like I'm alive." And that was the biggest thing. It's like,
Mhm.
you know, uh, yeah. I think
Present.
that was
Yeah.
that was the stuff. So
Yeah.
does that does that answer your question? Give you some quantifiable 100K GCI in 100 days, which is 100K in commissions. Paid off about a quarter of a mil in debt.
It's pretty
Now,
tangible.
I've been recruited by one of the top, teams in the country and in the state. Crazy to think that I'm making a different decision
Mm.
because I continue working with you no matter how much we've accomplished, because I think we're still just scratching the surface.
Yeah. I mean, just, as we evolve and keep, using techniques like we
Yeah.
have at our disposal to actually accelerate it even more, go even deeper, why not? If it actually helps, why wouldn't anyone want to do it? That's something I kind of struggle, with people. I guess there is such a barrier, though, like a lot of people don't even know about the deeper mind that does 99% of stuff for us. You know what I mean? Automatically. And
Yeah,
they
and see
just
the
don't
thing
have
is,
they don't have that information. You know, it's like a dark art or something. Whereas it's, you know, it's just stupid simple, really. You know, and the techniques that we can use to access it, you know, it can be a lot of fun. It can be enjoyable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is, we don't know what we don't know.
Mm,
But I know one thing. This is a continuous process. It's not like, we work together and then I'm done and I'm moving on. I'm looking for somebody else. It's
mm,
like sometimes you need that tune up, like you need in a car. You need to change your oil, right? Your mind. You need to get back on a horse. You need to work through some other things. When you're on your journey,
yeah.
different things are going to show up in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, different people have different requirements as well. I know a lot of high performers that I've worked with, they just wanted to be patched back. They just would just patch me up, send me back out. You know what I mean? And it was
Yeah.
just like, okay.